You are listening to Menopause Natural Solutions, Episode 6, Menopausal Moods. For the majority of women transitioning into menopause, moods can be a struggle. It is more prevalent with women who have a history of anxiety or depression, but it can affect any woman. Mental health concerns in women tend to peak in puberty and again in perimenopause. Common feelings include being angry, feeling unable to cope, having anxiety, feeling irritable, feeling isolated, being depressed, feeling tearful, feeling flat, lacking joy and being unable to enjoy life. This doesn't sound like fun. Today we are going to discuss hints and tips to help you get over this hurdle and start enjoying life again. But I also want to encourage you to reach out for extra help if needed. There really is no shame in seeing a counsellor or a psychologist. Most of us use coaches of some kind, whether it's a life coach, a personal trainer, a business trainer, or a health coach. It only seems logical to also have a mental health coach on your team. Mood changes are more frequent in perimenopause as ovulation has stopped or is reducing. It's the act of ovulation that produces progesterone, and progesterone is converted to allopregnanolone in the brain, and this is known for its calming, anti-anxiety and memory-enhancing effects. Another problem is that estrogen modulates the production of serotonin and dopamine, and decreases in estrogen can cause your moods to come crashing down. But the reverse is also true. Serotonin can increase estrogen levels, and this is why antidepressants are sometimes prescribed in menopause. Have you heard of the gut-brain axis? This is the connection between what you eat and how you feel. The biological signs that take place between your gut and your central nervous system. Did you realize your digestive system actually makes the majority of your neurotransmitters? The ones involved with your mood include serotonin, GABA, noradrenaline, dopamine, glutamine, and acetylcholine. Serotonin has been coined your feel-good hormone, and 90% of it is produced in your digestive system. Therefore, digestive issues can reduce the amount of serotonin available from your gut, and this can actually change your mood. Just to complicate things, there is also the brain-gut axis, and this is where your thoughts affect how your digestion functions. Most of us at some point have experienced butterflies before an important event, or even had diarrhea. This is a two-way street. Consider your diet. Go back and listen to episode number 3, Nutrition for Menopause. Have you cut out sugar, gluten, dairy? Are you eating enough protein and beneficial fats? Do you have any additional food sensitivities that need identifying or eliminating? On top of dietary changes, I would consider adding in a mood-specific probiotic, alternatively named psychobiotics. These are a family of probiotics that enhance the gut-brain axis and help to improve serotonin levels, and this improves your mood. Tip of the week is to breathe. Have you ever noticed that when you're relaxed, you breathe slower? And when you're stressed, you breathe faster, shorter breaths? The simple act of breathing allows us to oxygenate our body and calm our mind. When you watch a newborn baby breathe, you will notice its tummy rise and fall. And this is the way breathing should be. For some people over their lifetime, they have turned into shallow breathers. A simple exercise to do is to sit in front of the mirror and place one hand over your stomach and the other over your chest. When you take a big breath in, which hand moves first? The top or the bottom? If you said the bottom, you are still a deep diaphragmatical breather. We all started this way, but life, poor posture, stress can sometimes train this out of you. If you were a shallow breather, I want you to try this exercise every morning and night until you retrain yourself. Once you have mastered this, I want you to start counting your breath. Is there more counts on the inhalation or on the exhalation? Ideally, we want more breaths on the exhalation. There is an advanced breathing technique called the 7-11 breath. And with this technique, you breathe in for the count of 7 and out for the count of 11. Now, this is quite an advanced technique, so most women can't make it that far. But start with a longer exhalation. So it may be that you breathe in for the count of 5 and out for the count of 7. And then slowly try and improve this. Maybe in for the count of 5, out for the count of 9. Knowing that the ultimate goal is 7-11. Good luck with that one and let me know how you go. Mood changes can be thought of as a brain on fire. Quinolinate is a direct marker of brain inflammation. It can be tested for in an organic acids test. This is also called an OAT test. This is a functional test and is only available from naturopaths or other functional doctors. Quinolinate is known to cause mood disorders, fatigue, sleep issues, withdrawal, absent libido, appetite changes, cognition issues, and inability to experience joy. If your levels are high, your brain is on fire. This kind of mood disorder does not respond to traditional antidepressant medication. Instead, it needs an anti-inflammatory solution. You better call the fire department. I often use fish oil and herbs. My favourite herbs for this situation are turmeric and saffron. But not in the food form, as this is so poorly absorbed. I use high-dose supplements. These herbs both put out the fire, but they also protect your brain from the flames. Another functional test worth considering is a HTMA, or a hair tissue mineral analysis. This checks for toxic metal contaminations and mineral imbalances. The key mineral imbalance I think about with menopausal moods is zinc and copper. These guys should be in ratio, and when they're not, issues are linked with depression, social withdrawal, anxiety, and memory issues. Toxic metals can also change moods. Just think about Mercury and the Mad Hatter. If you are struggling with moods, it is so important to get outside and get moving. There is no pill that can improve your mood like a walk outside in the fresh air and sunshine. It's even better if you're out in nature. I tell my women to turn off the news. Stop listening, watching, or reading all the bad news happening in the world. Nutritionally, I joke I've ordered them a truckload of magnesium. But in all seriousness, you need more magnesium at this time. Magnesium is a relaxant. It's good for moods, headaches, insomnia, muscle cramps, and more. I also consider adding in a vitamin B, vitamin C, and vitamin D. Deficiencies in these nutrients are known to also cause mood issues. Additional herbal medicines to consider for menopausal moods include kava. This traditional Fijian herb helps with stress anxiety, and insomnia. Lavender, and you can use this as a herbal extract or as an aromatherapy, and it can help with relaxation, sleep, and headaches. Motherwort is a herb of choice if you're experiencing anxiety with cardiovascular components, such as palpitations, racing heartbeat, that kind of thing. Passion flower is for women experiencing anxieties and headaches and nerve pain. Lemon balm is better if your anxiety is related to digestive upsets. St. John's wort is the big gun for depression, but it can also be used for anxiety, for nerve pain, insomnia, viral infections, but it comes with a warning, and that is that it interacts with several prescription medications, so speak to your healthcare provider before starting it. Black cohosh can be used for anxiety and depression when related to hormonal change. It's another specific menopausal mood herb. Valerian is for reducing anxiety and improving sleep. Ziziphus is one of my favourite anxiety herbs. It also reduces menopausal symptoms such as night sweats. That's a big bonus. Oats is a good one to consider if you're depressed, and that is associated with exhaustion as well. Rosemary is for depression with mental impairment and headaches. Skullcap is good to use if your depression is also with headaches and nerve pain and insomnia. Withania is my ultimate chill herb, but it's more so for stress and exhaustion than depression or anxiety. I'm providing you with this information not so you can self-prescribe, but to let you know there are healthier, safer options out there to help you manage your menopausal transition and your menopausal moods. That's it from me this week. I hope you're all well, and I look forward to talking to you again next week. Until then, feel free to subscribe to my mailing list so you keep up to date. Listening to Menopause Natural Solutions. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, share, and leave us a review. This podcast contains general information about menopause. It is provided as a guide and is not intended to replace medical advice.